Chris writes, a very common question, by the way. This past few months, I have been focused on trying to increase my press. My all-time 1 rep maximum was 70 kilos a few years ago at a body weight of around 80 kilos, which is way behind my bench press 1 rep max of 120 kilos. Pause. Yeah, but remember, it's much easier to go heavy on the bench press because the bench is your support system, not you. And of course, the angles are different. My ultimate goal, which I understand I will likely take a few years, is a 100 kilo press. That's a good lift. Nothing wrong with that. So here's my issue. I am following a Bill Starr routine of pressing heavy triples and weighted dips twice per week, and I've been progressing nicely, working up to 60 kilos for 6 sets of 3 last week. However, in 2 workouts this week, I failed to get a single rep with 62.5 or 65K. The curse of doing reps to figure out where your max is going to be. Boy, it's always a tough one. I just mentioned that in a question a few seconds ago. My sticking point seems to be just at the top of my forehead after I press the bar off my shoulders, okay? I remember this happened a few years ago, and it seems to be a reoccurring problem with my press. Any tips on why I can't press those few extra kilos? Yeah, because you're doing a lot of work at that 60 kilo range, which is great, but you gotta play around. That's why I got my press up to basically 140 kilos years ago. And 1 day a week, it was 3 sets of 8 with a minute rest. That's not very much. And the other day, I clean and press, just going up, practicing going heavier. The odd thing about that Friday workout is I don't think it ever went backwards because every workout was clean and press, and I was kind of playing around. I do have a few ideas for you, Chris. Both come from, well, one comes directly from my coach, Dick Nutmeyer. After every jerk we used to do, and we'll get to this point too, but we would always do these little press outs like this to build up our overhead support. These little teeny, just minor arm bends. And it's weird because even as I do this now, I remember that feeling, those big lifts overhead, of how my scapula would come in tighter and tighter and tighter, and the bar would move into just a perfect position. I want you to add press outs. He had me do them after every jerk when I first started. So if I was doing a triple, it'd be jerk, press outs, reset, jerk, press outs, reset, jerk, press outs. That's a lot. That's a lot of time on the bar up there. You could do those at the end of each round. And with this issue here, we're going to get a lot of work right in this range, which is not yet your range, okay? The next thing I want you to think about is adding a little bit of leg drive and then bringing the bar down as slow as you can. A bit of a push press, push jerk if you know how to do it, and slowly bring them down. And when you get to the area that's sticking, just try to figure out if you can sense what's kind of falling apart in your technique or in that groove, and see if we can just figure out a way for it. Maybe down the line, try both things. And then if it's still getting stuck, you're going to send me a video, and then we'll see if we can help you in any way. I don't know. Okay? Thanks. Good question.